Hey you guys, so this is the second video. So if you've been following along with this whole crazy journey here, I had a miscarriage going on 3 weeks ago now. So I talked all about that in my previous video, what they thought was going on, because I was 6 weeks pregnant, my levels were at 120, I had a miscarriage, and then so today is Monday. A couple days ago on Friday morning, really early in the morning, I was in the emergency room and they drew my levels because they were like, you're pregnant, right? I'm like, no. So anyways, my levels were at 356. So that's not normal after a miscarriage, especially because my hCG was so low to begin with that it was very surprising that they jumped. I mean, it's not like a huge jump, but still, I was pretty certain that I had, a complete miscarriage. So anyways, that was on Friday morning. They did an ultrasound. There was nothing. And then today they were going to do another draw this morning to check my levels again to see if they had doubled or if they had increased. They were going to assume that it was a new pregnancy. So I had them drawn, and I'll tell you, I got a call. I'm a little bummed because it's just been like such a ride. Like, it was so emotional because we had a chemical pregnancy in March, April, which essentially just means we got the positive pregnancy test. I was very early on, like maybe 4.5 weeks. And my period just came a little late. And so there you go. So that happened in March, April. Then we got pregnant in May and I miscarried in June. And then they're like, hey, you might still be pregnant. And it was just like this. It's really hard not to get excited. I don't care how many times. It's really hard not to. And I was kind of feeling like it made sense because I have just felt like crap the last 2 weeks. I've been so off. I don't know if it was my health flaring up. And so to me, it was like, oh, well, that makes sense. If I was pregnant, at least that would explain why this is going on. Because it was like the second scariest night of my life. And it was just crazy. So anyways, got the call tonight that my levels went from 356-ish or just under 400, and they went down to 296. So I'm now officially almost 3 weeks past my miscarriage, and my levels are still almost triple what they were the day that I miscarried. So it's kind of weird. And they still aren't super sure why or what's going on. So there's a couple different options here. First of all, it's not a twin. I had 2 ultrasounds. There's nothing in there. There's absolutely nothing. I explained that in the other video. So no, there's not a twin. It's nothing like that. They think that potentially I retained a portion of the miscarriage, even though I had the ultrasound and they said there was nothing in there. I got pregnant and am now miscarrying again, or my body is just, I guess, not accepting it. That could also be what it is. Or the last option, which is, I feel like, unlikely at this point, is that my hCG levels were still high from the previous miscarriage, that I did in fact get pregnant again, but my levels were still dropping from before, and so they didn't triple, but maybe they're still increasing and they're just not sure yet. So long story short, we still have absolutely no answers. They're also concerned that if my levels don't start to go down, or if they go up again, they want to see if I'm pregnant, or if there's some kind of weird thing where you get, like, the placental cells are still in your uterus, and so it can create some issues in there that's producing hCG. You guys, I don't even know. I don't even know. So I don't know what to think. I was like super sad because we got the phone call and they were like, oh, your levels are at 296. I'm really sorry. But it could still be this. And I'm just like, I don't even know what to think. I'm like slumped down in the chair out here. It was raining, so we took all the stuff out of this area. So it's like, I'm trying not to get excited, but yet they're still trying to be like maybe a little bit hopeful. I don't know. I guess in their mind, like maybe a little bit of hope is better than nothing. But in my mind, I'm just like, I don't really know. I don't know, guys. I have no idea what's going on. And I guess only time is going to tell. Because it's not like there's 3 doctors who work in the practice. And so they're all kind of like checking on this and like trying to figure out what's going on, because it just does not make any sense. The ultrasound that I had done on Friday was on top, and they also did the one inside. So it was super thorough. And from everything that they can see, there's no ectopic pregnancy. My ovaries were fine. There's no cysts. There's nothing. Like there's no tissue inside. So at this point, they're just kind of like, well, if there is something inside, we kind of have to wait for it to get big enough for us to pick up on a thing, or maybe we can do a D&C. But they don't want to do a D&C in the very off chance that I could still be pregnant. So I have my levels drawn again on Wednesday morning, and then again next Monday. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just kind of like super. So as of right now, look at that. There's like a big set right there. So as of right now, my levels are at like 300. So my body is still thinking that I'm like 3 to 4 weeks pregnant right now. So I've got like emotions and just, so I'm going to try to just relax, try not to worry that something could be wrong, and just trust that my body will handle this naturally. It knows how to process a miscarriage. Just trust that it'll happen naturally. And also, I really just don't want to get too excited at this point, because it's just like, it's emotionally draining. It's emotionally draining. I'll tell you that. Like, I was always of the thought or mindset that like, it's better to hope sometimes, and then like, you know, than just to stay flat all the time. And right now I'm just kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just, yeah, I don't know what to think, because I don't want to be disappointed, because it's just been, it's a lot. It takes a lot out of you. So that's where I'm at right now, you guys. I'm not super chipper. I'm not really like, yay. Because essentially we just went, they were like so confused. Like I was so sure. That's the thing, is nothing else made sense. Nothing made sense. So I was just like so sure, like, yeah, totally. I guess it does make sense. I could totally be pregnant again. And then to like, it's not even like the miscarriage that is really, really hard to deal with. It's almost like the hope that gets like sucked out. So I know I'm being dramatic when I say this, but it almost feels like going through the miscarriage all over again today, because it was like, yay, nope, yeah. And it's just, I'm like, I can't do it. So I'm gonna go take a bath, take care of me, be positive. And I'll keep you posted either way what happens on Wednesday. So today's Monday. My levels will be drawn again Wednesday morning. And chances are they probably won't call again until almost freaking 5 o'clock. Yeah, I had a call that I had to do today at 5. It was a huge call, you guys. Huge, 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 huge deal. So in the company that I've partnered with, that I'm building my passive income stream, it's an affiliate company. I don't know if you guys know anything about what I do for work, but here's what happened. 5 minutes before I went with the number 6 earner in the world. Number 6 earner in the world for this industry, not just one company. Okay, he's the number 2 in the company, number 6 in the world for the entire industry. And I had to go on at 5 o'clock with him and another one of their top earners and pitch a website proposal for my agency, okay? Because I also own my own marketing agency. So it was a really big deal. And I got off the phone at like 4:44 or 4:45. So I literally had 15 minutes to process and prepare. And like, I was like almost crying, but then I couldn't cry because I'm like, my makeup. And I just almost canceled that meeting, but we ended up closing the client, which is awesome. I'm really, really excited because the guy is so down to earth. He's super chill, and I love getting to do really high level projects for people, and just to take what they are and who they are and turn that into a website and really like get to work with my team on that. It's something that I really love to do. So I was really excited, and I almost canceled, but I just, I couldn't. I was like, I can't cancel this. This is too big. It's too huge. We've had this on the schedule. So I literally had to pull my shit together and not cry, 15 minutes before this huge thing. So it was just like, meh. So I'm going to feel sorry for myself for a little bit tonight. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to feel sorry for myself because I'm bummed out. And I'm okay with admitting that. I'm bummed out. So I'm going to have some tea. Maybe, I don't know, have some soup. Have some tea, play some games with my mom, hang out with my kids, and just take care of myself mentally, because that was kind of a big letdown. And at the end of the day, we don't even know what's going on. So I don't even have solid answers. And that's the thing that sucks the most, because I like to know what's going on. I'm a planner. I'm a control freak to the max. So right now I'm just like, yep, Jesus take the wheel moment, right? Yeah. Me no likey. I have a real hard time with this. So I guess time will tell. I don't have a fever or anything, you guys. I don't have a fever. I had a UTI. That was it. So just keep me in your prayers. Keep my little heart in your prayers. I trust God's timing, right? I trust the timing. I always trust the timing. I believe that there's always timing. And I'm okay, really. I'm okay either way, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't slightly bummed out because my little hope light got extinguished, or got like ignited there on Friday morning when they were like, "Oh my God, your hCG is up," and I was like, "Oh my God, could I be pregnant?" And then they kept telling me that, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, maybe I am." And now they're like, "Your levels dropped, but maybe you still are, or maybe something's going wrong. I don't know." So we don't know. I don't know. So I'm just going to have to live in the moment and just take it one day at a time. So thanks for your prayers. Thanks for everything, you guys. Thank you for letting me share too. Being like a safe space. I feel like I can, because this is really therapeutic for me. It sounds crazy, but vlogging always has been. So just like talking, it's like talk therapy. This is like my virtual therapist. No, I do have a therapist, but this helps. So this is how I'm processing, and you know what? And so I just put it out there, and thank you for being supportive. Thank you for keeping our family in our prayers. Thank you for praying for my health, that everything would just go back to normal, that we get some answers. And in the meantime, before we get answers, just to kind of chill out. So if you're going through this right now, maybe you found this video because your hCG levels are going up and you're feeling confused, you have no idea. You're like not alone. So if you're going through that, I'm sending you like a virtual hug through my phone, because I think unless people go through that, they can't understand. So I understand if this is you. I'm giving you a hug. You can pretend that I'm just sitting there with you, and you can go grab something hot to drink and just enjoy that, and just take a bath and just relax and try to breathe. And because worrying isn't going to change a thing. So I'm going to turn on some reggae too, maybe a little Bob Marley. Don't worry about a thing. What's this song? Because every little thing is gonna be all right. I'm a horrible singer. I know this. But maybe turn on some Bob Marley. Maybe turn on that song. And that's where I'm at. So love you guys. I'll keep you posted, and I will see you back in like 2 days.